Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video, this time around guiding you through the St. Qubesly or St. Patrick's Day event. And no, it's only not one day, it's actually 14 days, as you probably have seen from the in-game message, as well as you can see it right here as well. It's from the 9th of March, which is today, to the 22nd of March is going to be the event. So from the last event we had, Trove actually listened to some of the feedback that we have. I'll show you guys that in step number 1, but you can actually get a few things from the things that you farm, and it's not going to just be in your inventory forever, and you're not going to use it for a very much indeed. So they did listen to our feedback, which is really great. I tweeted at them when last event and they listened to it. So this event, like I said, is 14 days, but every day there is also a small extra thing you can do. I can show you guys in the event. Of course, we have the step number 1 right here, but today, as always, we have the 14 days where we have to do, and I'm gonna put a picture right here. You can see what you can do, the small extra bonus events, I guess you can call it, every single day. And notably, and I say this every video, make sure you do on Saturday at least one dungeon. Doesn't matter which dungeon you do, just you do one dungeon. It gives you a double XP potion, which is always nice to have those, or else usually very hard to come by, and you have to buy them in the shop. But on these events, you can get them, 2 of them, one each Saturday in the 14 days that the event is going on. There's also some other stuff that are pretty cool to get as well. But that's the 14 days, and that's all I really had to say in the intro. Of course, with the 14-day thing and with the feedback, that's all I really had to say. So with that said, we can jump into step number 1. Alright guys, so step number 1 is to go to the hub, the Trove hub that is, and as we spawn in, the guy is going to be, or Qubesly is going to be at the event. So we got, of course, the Bomberel, the Dragon, and we got the club houses over there, and in the middle we always have the event. This is also where the Radiant Dayspring is, but right over here where there's a bunch of people is also where the Qubesly is going to be. So there's going to be a few things where we're going to use for other ones, but all you have to do for step number 1 is go up to Qubesly. As you can see, use your use button, that's E on my keyboard, but if you are playing something else, on consoles, it will be something else, but it will tell you. So I'm going to use E to interact with them, and that's going to complete step number 1. Nothing more to do than that. So we are already past step number 1, and we can head into step number 2. Oh guys, so before we actually step into step number 2, I do want to show you guys the inventory. I kind of did that right before here, but I do want to say, because I said it in the intro, I wanted to show you guys the feedback that we did, and that is the Lucky Clovers and the Shamrock Pinatas. So these chunks of meats, as you can see here, you can turn in. This is from some of the beasts you have to defeat later on in some of the steps, but these are not per se part of the quest line. So this is added so you can actually, when you farm these guys, you can actually turn these into more stuff, so you won't just have them lying in your inventory and never getting to use them. So you can actually buy 7 of each of these, and you can see the cost right down there. You actually get 7 times these, but it's also times 5. So every time you get one of these, turn 10 into these, you get 5 Shamrock Pinatas. These are only 1 per, so you get 7 of these, and then 7 times the 5 of these. So I just want to show you guys that I hope at some point we're gonna get like a lot more for these events, but this is at least a start, and it's pretty cool. So enough said about that. Let's jump into step number 2. Alright, so step number 2, guys, is to go to either the Drowned World or the Adventure Worlds. Adventure Worlds is, of course, the Prime Worlds out here, but you can also go some of the Drowned Worlds out here. It doesn't really matter what difficulty you do on it, but you do have to find the Treasure Island biome, and the Treasure Island biome looks like this. As you can see, right here, you can see there's like a steering wheel, like a ship steering wheel on the map. You can see right here we got some medieval highlands, we got some cursed and some fey over here, but these are going to what it looks like. So I can zoom out a little bit more. You guys can see there's dungeons in here, and you just have to defeat the dungeon by opening the chest in the end, destroying the chest in the end, and that will give you it. Make sure that you do it, like I said, in the steering wheels of the ships biome. As you can see, there's dungeons right here. make sure you do there. It doesn't work any of the other dungeons right around here. It has to be in one of these. And then this one out in the Drowned Worlds has the most, but you can find the Treasure Island biome in most of the other Prime Worlds as well, but because this starts at U3. So get 25 of these. I don't know what the like how big the drop rate is, but I think it's pretty big. So you get this pretty quick. I don't think you need exactly 25 dungeons, but we'll see how many it is. I'm gonna be starting on the grinding and get myself the 25 items that we need for the step number 2. So I'll see you guys in step number 3. Alright guys, we are now on step number 3. The second step didn't take as long as I predicted, but it was cool anyway. Just keep doing dungeons there. But we're on step 3. We gotta get some tater tots. We actually got to get them washed as well. So tater tots you get through gardening. If you don't want to do that, as it says right there, you can go into the marketplace and you can buy them here if you want to. You can also buy them from Qubesly, but they're very expensive. They are washed at that point, but getting tater tots is through gardening. I do have a gardening guide on the channel, so if you just search for gardening, you should find it in the garden. So that's the new garden there. So you get yourself some tater tots, and with that you just wash them basically. So let's get ourselves some of these. I'll just buy some extra here. I'll buy them of this guy here. I did have some on me already through all the gardening that I did for leveling it up, but then you can go back behind Qubesly in the hub, and there is a washable sink. And this is also through gardening. So if you ever do gardening, you do have this sink, and it's exactly the same sink as we have in there. And in here you got the washed tater tots. So of course you're gonna need 3 tater tots and 125 glim and 75 to make yourself one of these washed tater tots. So we have to make 10, so we'll just go ahead and click this up here all the way to 10. So it's going to cost you about 300 of the tater tots if you want to know that through gardening. So just, you know, if you're just taking it slow, you should do that, or like I said, get it off the marketplace. So let's just craft that. As you can see, it's counting up as we craft these right here. Let me show you when we are done, and that's going to complete the step. But you can also at Qubesly buy them off them right here. I think it's going to count towards it. I'm not going to spend 10,000 flux just to see if it works when it's so much easier just to buy it off here. Yes, they are 1,200 per you know, tater tart, but it's a lot more, you know, it does cost you a little bit to wash it. It does cost you 75 flux. So technically maybe it's like 1,300. So that's a lot cheaper than getting it off Qubesly, but you can get it here if you want to. I'm pretty sure it's going to work as well. So that's it for step number 3. Just gonna wash it. You could also do this in your club if you do that, or your cornerstone if you have it there as well. The sink is the same. So yeah, that does it for step number 3. We can head into step number 4. Alright guys, we are now back with step number 4. We just did step number 3 and we are still in the hub because we need to craft ourselves a Delite. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Qubesly's Delite, and you know, you got Qubesly right here as we saw before. On his right you got the mini e-bake oven. I think it's like a word pun on the easy bake oven, but anyways, it's a very small oven, but I guess Qubesly is pretty small as well, so it might fit there as well. You got the sink behind, but in the oven, you got yourself the way you can craft the light. You can also do the feast. It's basically the same thing. The one just gives 7 magic find, the other gets 77, and it also lasts for 2 hours. This only lasts for 15 minutes. But to craft this one, we need, of course, the ones we got, the 7-piece, I guess it's called, or Sevenspice. It's called actually. The spice, we actually need that to 25 that we got from the step number 2, right? And then we need our washed tater tarts as we had before. We're gonna craft ourselves one of these. That's all we have to do. Later on, you are able also to craft a feast, but we'll get into that one of the other steps as well. But first, let's get ourselves a Delite here, and let's craft that for step number 4. And that's all you have to do to complete step number 4. So we can head into step number 5. Alright guys, we are now on step number 5, and we have to get ourselves the meat that we were talking about before. It is the Luckbeast meat. I don't know how you say the last part of the Luckbeast. I'm just gonna call it the Luckbeast meat because it looks like a piece of meat. But you are not able to see these if you don't have your food equipped. So in here you got a food slot right here. Make sure that it is cleaned, and you can put this in. You have 15 minutes to find these, or you have to find that. I don't know what the drop rate is, but you cannot see the monsters unless this is active. And the same thing happens with the feast. So I will equip this, and I will see if I can find some of these guys, and hopefully together we'll get this meat. But this is farmable. You can get it more times. So yeah, I'm gonna equip this right away, and we are gonna be off finding ourselves this meat. So I am not sure what they look like though. I have no idea, but you do have to be in a jungle biome. So, best is the Jurassic Jungle U4 because that has the most. As you can see, it has the most. Oh, there's a lot of guys running around, so they might not be here because they might be like a spawn for everyone. So I will cut the video right here, and I'll go to the other area on the other side, and hopefully we'll find some right there. But you can find Jurassic Jungle biome in any other prime worlds, but of course this one just has the most, so it's the best to go there. But anyways, I'll see you guys over there in a minute. Alright guys, I made it to the other side, as you can see, and right down there is the Luckbeast. As you can see, it's very vibrant, very colorful. Just kind of like, oh, this guy's gonna bother me, go away, Mr. T-Rex. But it's gonna be very colorful, very bright, as the St. Patrick's stuff is as well. I came in from there and I just found one there. They're not super common. There's one over there as well, but we shall see if this guy is gonna be able to give us one of these. So this one did not have, unfortunately, one that's gonna drop. So hopefully maybe this guy will do so. No such luck. Let me see if I can't find some more. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is any around. All right, so I will, see if I can't find one more, and I'll catch you guys when I find one. Okay, here we go. See if this guy is gonna drop it. Yes, he did. Very nice indeed. But I do think that the drop rate seems to be a little bit low. But yeah, I could have, that's just how it goes. And yeah. I still have about 11 minutes, so I'm gonna use that 11 minutes to farm some more of these, just to see if I can't get some more meats. But yeah, we did get our meat, and I also got one of the new allies. So there's 2 mounts and 2 allies. One that looks like that one, and basically looks like the other one. I think this over here, the one that looks like a yellow right here, I think that's the other one. That's the, I think it's called something else, like a. Yeah, I think it's called something else. But anyways, that is something we probably have to hunt in some of the next steps. But we're done with step number 5. We can get into step number 7. Alright guys, I have now found the materials that I need to complete step number 6. As you can see, I do have, myself the Sevenspice. I got myself my tart, and I got my meat. So now I can make myself the feast, as it is required to do step number 6. So all I have to do is click right here, and it's going to be crafted. That's really all there is to step number 6. So we can head into step number 7. Alright, so step number 7, it's all about the luck. You'd have to find yourself one of the Luckbeast or one of the Fluxbeast mounts or allies. As you can see in my inventory, I have one of them. I don't know of right now if you can just buy it off the marketplace and that will work, but I don't see them being on right now. I did see one of the allies being online. It might have, yeah, it went for 500,000 flux, so that was pretty expensive. So somebody must have snacked it up. But all you have to do is equip now your feast. It's gonna last for 2 hours, and of course, if you don't get it in that one of these, either one of the mounts, there's 2 mounts, like I said, and 2 allies. If you don't get it in that time, you do have to go around and do it all once again. But I was lucky enough to get it while I was doing the other things. But you just have to hunt those jungle biome monsters you found before. But I'm gonna try to learn this one, see if that completes it. No, I do have to equip it and go out there and find it myself. So that's it for step number 7. It's all about the randomness when you are going to get this drop, so I won't show you guys that. It's just going to happen eventually. But I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you did, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Helps me out very much, and it gets shown to much more people so they can also complete this event. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!